Hey guys, a very good morning and welcome to another daily market outlook. So a very interesting day in the markets yesterday. Let's dive into the market, see what has been going on. The dollar index has initiated its pullback as it seems for now. And don't forget to leave a like and to subscribe to this channel. And without further ado, let's dive in and see what is going on. So starting off with the dollar index, and the dollar index is currently starting to initiate its pullback. As we can see, we've currently been moving further in towards the downside. And for now, my target still stands at this swing low at around just above the 95 level. So I'm anticipating that this low could potentially get taken out. And then after that, we could see that further upside continuation after tapping in towards an area of daily demand. So that is for now our game plan. And let's have a look at what the lower time frame has been doing for now. So if we dive in towards the 4-hour time frame, we can see beautifully how the 4-hour dived in towards this buy before the sell candle, which essentially took out the low over here and also took out this piece of structure over here. So first of all, and excuse me for that, the initial area that I was looking for a potential pullback was this buy before the sell. As we can see, we also got that definite reaction. However, we just failed to take out this low and tap in towards daily demand. So in my opinion, liquidity has now been created underneath these equal lows, which I would love to target before seeing any potential further upside. For now, nothing really interesting stands for the rest. We do have some demand over here inside this sell before the buy. As we can see, in the past, we did react to that level. However, as you guys know, the more times we tap in towards an area of demand or supply, the weaker it gets. So this is the second time we've come in towards this area of demand. And as we can see, the first time you get a strong reaction, and it is likely that the second time you will move deeper or further or even break that area of demand. Once you come into it once again. So that is pretty much the bias on the dollar index, looking for that potential pullback, at least back down in towards daily demand and taking out that swing low before seeing further upside continuation. So with that said, let's head over to our first pair, which is Aussie dollar. And Aussie dollar. So Aussie dollar has been making its pullback pretty much as expected in towards this area of 4-hour supply. So this area of 4-hour supply is currently the area for where we are looking for potential further downside. However, when looking at these dollar pairs, we do have to keep in mind that the dollar index is not yet in an area of daily demand, of course, and we still have the possibility of taking out those equal lows. So just keep that in mind when taking these kind of positions and managing your risk. Looking at this area of 4-hour supply, it is a very nice area. It took, of course, out this low of structure over here. And essentially what we're looking for now at the moment is further downside continuation. We have some nice equal highs, which we currently or last night took out. As we can see, this is your swing high over here. This swing high just didn't get taken out by this high, and then this high last night, as you can see straight away, a bearish reaction. This is a perfect example of liquidation. So what we're currently seeing is we're reacting to this last 1-hour area of supply, this last buy before the sell candle. So we could start seeing further downside on Aussie dollar from this location. This is essentially the ideal shorting location for Aussie dollar if you are interested in going short. Just keep in mind, once again, the dollar index is not inside an area of daily demand and it could potentially still dive down lower. However, the dollar index is inside 4-hour demand, right? Not that area of daily demand, but 4-hour demand, and that could push price further down on Aussie dollar. So with that said, let's head over to euro dollar. And euro dollar. So euro dollar is currently making its pullback back up in towards the zone, which I mentioned yesterday. Still just waiting for this area to get hit before looking for potential further downside. As you can see, we have beautiful equal highs over here. So this high failed to get taken out by this high last night. So I am anticipating, and let us see if we dive in. So we were anticipating that at least this high was going to get taken out, and as we can see, we dived in towards supply, straight away a bearish reaction. So beautiful liquidation in combination with an area of supply. Looking at the overall market structure on euro dollar, I am anticipating a further push down still. However, I would still love for us to at least move more in towards these buy before the sell candles before engaging with this pair. The 4-hour is bearish, the daily is bearish, and the weekly is bearish. So just keep that in mind when trading euro dollar. I know some people are anticipating further upside, but just remember market structure is always king, and we just have to take that into consideration when looking at this pair for now. So that said, let's over to pound dollar and pound dollar. So pound dollar, I took a long yesterday on this pair, currently at break even, and took some partials. So really nice to see. I'm currently targeting this 4-hour area of supply, this baseline at around 1.35721 before I will then be looking for those shorts, because we know that the 4-hour is of course bearish. However, we were buying inside discount and we had some very nice liquidation on the equal lows over here, hence why I decided to take a buy on this pair. So yeah, for now I'm just targeting trendline liquidity alongside this 4-hour baseline before looking for further downside, which is in line with the overall 4-hour trend. Yeah, for the rest, not much to say about it. Pound dollar is just pretty much consolidating and just waiting for this area of supply on the 4-hour to get hit. So with that said, let's over to Kiwi dollar. And Kiwi dollar, so Kiwi dollar has also started to make its pullback up higher. As you guys know, still looking for potential shorts from that highest area of supply, the extreme supply. Essentially, this entire buy before the sell could be your supply, and that's also why we're kind of pretty much just chopping around on Kiwi dollar. However, for the highest probability trade, I just want to wait for this area of supply. If it doesn't get hit, my bad, don't really mind. And if it does get hit, we can look for those high probability shorts. So with that said, let's over to our last pair, which is gold. And gold, so gold saw a major sell-off yesterday after taking out this high of 1877.16. So the daily still hasn't seen a daily close above that level, and for that further upside continuation and for, let's say, new structure to be created on the daily, we need to close above that level. So once price closes above the level, that means that this becomes your swing low and we have a new bullish swing range. That would mean that this would be your new premium versus discount tool, and that essentially we can start looking for longs once we, for instance, pull back in towards these regions of price. Gold is still pretty messy in my opinion. However, looking at the 4-hour time frame at the moment, the 4-hour is still bullish, and this is currently your swing low. So the same swing low as we have on the day. Oh no, this was a swing low from the daily. This is going to be our 4-hour swing low, and looking at the current market structure, what I would be waiting for is this area of 4-hour demand. So this sell before the big buy, that is essentially what I'll be looking for on gold once we see a further pullback in towards the downside. Currently not interested in getting any buys at all from this region. I would at least need to wait for this larger area of demand within the market. So yeah guys, that is pretty much it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Markets are a little bit crazy at the moment. Price is flying all over the place, which has resulted in some structures being a little bit messy or unclear. So yeah, we're just going to have to wait until the markets get a little bit better for now. But it does seem as if Russia has been pulling back its tanks from Ukraine, or at least the border of Ukraine. So that could be a good kind of pre-announcement before the markets turn back to normal. So once again, thank you so much for tuning in to today's video, guys, and I wish you all a fantastic day. Thanks, guys.